Hello YouTubers, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Uncle Pythagoras signing in. Today we are going to do a revision for the past question paper because matrix are busy now preparing for the sitting down of their final paper. Today the revision will be for maths from the paper Gauteng Province 2023 September. It is a preparatory trial paper. It is from Gauteng 2023 September. We are going to do paper 1 revision. Particularly we are going to go for question 1. They say solve for x. Question 1, solve for x 1, 1, 2x plus 1 all squared minus 4 is equal to 0. This particular question worth 3 marks. So now this is a straightforward thing. We are going to expand this bracket. It's going to be 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 minus 4 is equal to 0. Then you distribute 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 1 is 2x. 2x times 1 is 2x. You combine the like terms, you get 4x, 1 times 1 is 1. Minus 4 is equals to 0. 4x squared plus 4x minus 3 is equals to 0. Now you have to factorize this. Factorizing this is going to come up as some people can go for quadratic formula, some people can use a quadratic formula, but it is easy for you to do a factorization at this point. Now the factors of 3 that when added or subtracted are going to give us 4 is going to be 3 and 1. The signs must be different. The bigger one must have a positive. So this one is bigger, this one is small. Then you say 2x minus 1 is equals to 0, or 2x plus 3 is equals to 0. 2x is equals to 1, or 2x is equals to minus 3. Then x is equals to half, or x is equals to minus 3 over 2. You have your 3 marks. Now we are going for the next question. The next question comes as 1, 2, 1, 2. They say solve for x as well. It's 4x squared minus 11 is equals to minus 12x. They say correct 2 decimal places. Okay, if you are given something like this, you are going to rewrite it and check if it forms, it is a quadratic formula, which it's a quadratic equation which can be factorizable. You rewrite it in a way that x squared minus 12x minus 11 equals to 0. So by looking at it, it is infactorizable. It's in factorizable. It means the factors are highly to be found. So you go straight to the quadratic formula, which says x equals to minus b plus minus a square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. For those who don't understand here, our a is equals to 4, our b is minus 12, our c is minus 11. So we are not going to go all the way to solve it. Let me leave it for you to solve it using this formula. But your x is going to be minus, your x is going to be minus 3,74. Remember, 2 decimal places, you're rounding off to 2 decimal places, or x is equals to 0,74. You will be done. I believe that you can do this. I trust you because you are going to make it at the end. Right, the next question that we are going to look at is 1,3. It's 15x minus 4 is less than 9x squared. Now this is one of the most important questions that they will give you, which is going to need you to be more analytic. If you will be given something that contains, if it is equal signs, it's straightforward. But if it is inequality, it's either that, or that. Once it takes this form, then you have to pay a very special attention. Now, let's go through it. Let's say we're taking this 9 to the other side of the equation. We have minus 9x squared plus 15x minus 4 is less than 0. Let's put this in the standard form whereby our value of a is positive, which means we multiply throughout by a negative sign. A negative times negative is positive 9x squared. A negative times positive is positive. Rather, let me do this before I get to that step. Minus 4 is less than 0. And then I multiply so that you will see what I'm saying. Right, a negative times negative, you get a positive 9x squared. A negative times positive is a negative 15x. A negative times negative is a positive 4 is less. Oh, by the way, now because we have multiplied by a negative sign, this sign is flipping. It is going to change and look the other way. So it is going to look on the other way. It means that this is greater, all this is greater than 0. Now from here, we are going to factorize. Factorizing here is going to be simple. It's 3x. 3x is greater than 0. Now the factors, we need to look at the factors that are going to materialize. It's minus 1 and minus 4. Check this out with me. If you multiply throughout, you must get the original. Now from here, you start NB. From here, once you have the inequality, you don't solve it further with inequality. You use the equal sign, whereby you have 3x minus 4 is equals to 0, or 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. Then x is equals to positive 4 over 3, or x is equals to a positive 1 over 3. This is just the indication of the critical values where we have to look at the substitution of this into this equation, into these factors, to see if it holds water. Holding water meaning that it must be greater than 0, all of these. When you substitute, now you're taking this 3x minus 4, 3x minus 1 is greater than 0. You come to your number line. These points that I said to you, you are not done when you have calculated them. They are going to give you the critical values there. We have 4 over 3 and 1 over 3. 1 over 3 is the same as 0, 3. Let's say we start here. 1 over 3, and then a 4 over 3 is the same as 1.33. It's 4 over 3. So, because of the inequality sign, here we are going to have an open bubble. If it was 2 signs which is greater or equals to or less or equals to, these two will have a dot on the critical values. Will have a dot on the critical values. Remember that always, whenever you're having an inequality, once it is these 2 signs, which is less or equals to 0, at your critical values, you are going to put a dot, a closed circle. But if it is an inequality which is less than or greater than, it is going to be just an open bubble or an open small circle. Right, coming to check the sign change here. When you have a 1/3 and a 4 over 3, you don't take. You start taking the values in between them and the values after that. So the value between 0.3 and 1.3 is 1. The value just after 0.3, let's say it's 0. The number just after 1.3, let's say it's 2. So we are going to concentrate on 1, 2, 3 numbers. The first one is 1. Let's start here. If you take 1 and substitute it here, we're going to get 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 4 is negative. So you have a negative here. You take a 1 again, you plug it here. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So you are having a negative multiplied by a positive, which gives you a negative. It is negative in between there. You come at 0, you substitute your 0 here. A 3 times 0 is 0. You have a negative sign. You come here, you put your 0, a 0 multiplied by 3 is 0. So you have a negative times negative, you get a positive. It is positive here. The same applies here. You take a 2, you plug it in here, you multiply 3 times 2, you get a 6. A 6 minus 4, you get a positive 2. You have a positive number here, then you come here, you take a 2, you plug it here, you multiply 3 times 2, you get a 6. A 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 is a positive number. A positive times positive is positive. Now you go back. You go back to check your equation. The equation says the whole thing must be greater than 0. A number that is negative is less than 0, it's not greater. So your axis will range from negative infinity to 3. Union You start here, 4/3 to positive infinity. This is just an interval. But let's see if the x, where the x lies. The x must go from 1/3 to the negative to infinity. Oh, sorry, this is not 3, it's 1/3. Negative infinity to 3 and 4 to positive infinity. That is the interval notation. Then you have solved your x. Okay, we will continue with this question as we are going for 1,4. Right, what I can say is practice, matriculants. We believe that you are in the final lane where you have to finish your year. So this is your favorite tutor, Uncle Pythagoras. Please do not forget to like and subscribe for my video so that you can get more of the notification as we add on the other videos that are still uploaded. Thank you very much. Uncle Pythagoras signing out.